If you study English every day, but still forget the words when you need them most, this video is for you. I'm John. Okay, welcome back to English Learning Radio, and I'll show you how to learn English vocabulary that actually works in real life, helps you speak English with confidence, and stays in your mind longer. Before we start, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And if this struggle feels familiar, listen closely.
Chapter 1. The Problem No One Says Clearly. Section 1. The Pain of Learning and Forgetting. Maybe last night you sat with your phone, your notebook, maybe a cheap cup of coffee, and you told yourself this time would be different. You learned 20 new English words. You repeated them again and again. You felt proud. For a moment, you even felt strong. Then morning came. Someone asked you a simple question, maybe online, maybe at work, maybe on the street, and your mind went blank. Not one smart word came out, only silence. You smiled a little, maybe even laughed, but inside it hurt. That pain is heavier than people think. It is not only about language. It feels like proof that you are behind, slow, weak, maybe too late. You study, but the results disappear. You try again, and the same thing happens. After some time, you stop trusting yourself. You begin to wonder if your memory is bad, if your brain is tired, if English is only for other people.
But listen carefully. Maybe the problem was never your memory. Maybe you were trying to carry dead words with no life inside them. You were told to collect them like coins, stack them like boxes, and hope they would save you later. But when real life arrives, real life is fast. Real life is warm, messy, and emotional. A list cannot breathe for you at that moment. So do not call yourself stupid. Do not call yourself lazy. You are not broken. You are a learner using a method that forgets the human heart. And the heart matters. The words that stay are not always the words we study the longest. They're the ones that meet us in real moments. So one question remains tonight. If effort is not the problem, what kind of vocabulary stays alive when real life asks us to speak? Section 2. Why Dead Words Never Save You. Here's a strange thing. One learner memorizes 10 words before breakfast and loses them before lunch. Another learner hears one word during a hard day, says it once with real feeling, and remembers it for years. That is when the quiet truth appears. Words do not stay because they were printed on a page. Words stay because they touched a real moment. Think about the word hungry. A flashcard can show it. A teacher can explain it. But none of that is as strong as coming home tired, opening the fridge, finding almost nothing, and saying, with a long sigh, "I am hungry." In that moment, the word is not separate from life. It has weight. It has a picture. It has a feeling in the body. It becomes yours. The same thing happens with words like tired, late, calm, angry, proud, enough. When you live them, they enter deeper. When you only collect them, they stay on the surface. That is why so many learners work hard and still feel empty. They are carrying dead words. Dead words look nice in a notebook, but they do not help when the heart is beating fast. So the goal changes here. Do not chase more words just to feel productive. Chase words that can walk with you into real scenes. Words for your work, your stress, your small victories, your bad mornings, your hopeful nights. The moment a word enters a real story, it wakes up. And once it wakes up, something important starts to change. Now you're ready for a method that feels useful, simple, and real. It will ask less from your memory and more from your life. And that's good news,
because life is the one classroom you enter every single day without fail from now.
Chapter 2. The Method That Makes Words Stick. Section 1. Learn less and use more. You probably think progress comes from learning more. Most people do. They open an app, save 50 new words, and feel busy. Busy can feel good for a moment. It feels like movement. But sometimes busy is only noise. Real progress is quieter than that. So let us try something that sounds almost too simple. Learn less and use more. Not 20 new words today, maybe 3, maybe even 1. But take that one word and bring it close. Hear it. Say it slowly. Put it in a sentence about your own life. Use it in the morning. Use it at lunch. Use it again at night. Suddenly the word is no longer a stranger. It starts to live with you. Imagine the word calm. Do not only read it, use it when your train is late. Use it when a message annoys you. Say, I stayed calm. Say, I want to be calm. Say, he looks calm. Now the word grows roots. It is attached to sound, emotion, memory, and action. That is why it stays longer.
This is not slower learning. It only looks slower from the outside. Inside the mind, it is stronger learning. Your brain likes clear patterns. Your brain likes meaning. It remembers what feels useful. When you stop throwing random words into your head, you give your mind space to breathe. You also give yourself a small win, and small wins matter more than people admit. So this week, do not ask how many words did I study. Ask, which words did I really use? That question changes everything. It lowers pressure, it raises confidence, and once confidence starts to grow, a deeper change begins. The words you choose will start to shape the person you are becoming day by day from now on. Section 2. Build vocabulary from your life, not from a list. Now the method becomes personal, and this is where many people feel a spark. The best English words for you are not hiding in some perfect book far away. They are already inside your real days. They are waiting in your work stress, your gym pain, your family talks, your late nights, your small wins, your lonely mornings. Your life is full of words worth learning. Maybe you wake up tired. Good. Use tired. Maybe you miss the bus. Use late. Maybe you finish a hard set at the gym and breathe out with a little laugh. Use strong. Maybe you feel pressure before work. Use nervous. Maybe you keep going anyway. Use steady. These words matter because they belong to your world. They do not feel like school. They feel like tools. And something deeper happens here. When you say, I was tired, but I kept going, you are not only practicing English, you are giving your effort a voice. When you say, I stayed calm, you are not only building vocabulary, you are building identity. English stops being a wall, it becomes a mirror. It starts showing you the man you're trying to become. That is why this method feels powerful. It joins language and life together. It tells the truth your heart already knows. Growth is easier when it is personal. Memory is stronger when it is emotional. Confidence grows faster when the words match your real battles. So, stop asking strangers for perfect lists. Start stealing words from your own life. Carry them through the week. Repeat them in honest sentences. Soon you will notice a small change. The words stay longer because they belong to you. And when words belong to you, they do more than help you speak. They help you stand taller. Chapter 3. From Vocabulary to Identity Change. Section 1. Speaking before you feel ready. At this point, many viewers feel something new. They know the problem, they know the method, but another wall appears, and this wall is quieter. It is fear. You know a word now, maybe even a whole sentence, but when the real moment comes, your mouth freezes. Your heart moves faster. Your mind says, "Do not speak, stay safe, stay quiet." This part matters because vocabulary is not the final goal. Life is. A useful word only becomes powerful when it leaves your head and enters the world. That is why the hardest step is often not memory, it is courage. A small sentence can feel heavy when you are afraid of sounding stupid. Picture a simple moment. Someone asks you a question. You know the answer in English. It is not perfect, but it is enough. For 1 second, the old you wants silence. The old you wants to hide. Then the new you takes a breath and speaks anyway. Maybe the voice shakes a little. Maybe the grammar is not clean. Maybe you even chuckle after the first sentence. But you said it. That changes something. Most people think fluency begins when fear disappears. It does not. Fear can stay in the room. You speak anyway. That is how the new identity starts. Not with perfect performance, but with brave, imperfect action. 1 sentence today, another tomorrow, then 1 longer reply, then a real conversation. The mountain looks smaller because you are finally climbing it. So when your mouth freezes, do not call it failure. Call it the doorway. This is the real test. Not memory, courage. Every time you speak before you feel ready, you teach your mind a new lesson. I can survive this. I can grow here. And once you believe it, speaking gets easier. Section 2. Every useful word builds the new you. Now we arrive at the quiet reward. Not a magic trick, not instant fluency, something better, a real shift. You start to see that words that work are words you live, words you repeat in honest moments, words you carry into stress, effort, hope, and change. And suddenly English feels different. It no longer sits far away like some cold test. It walks beside your real life.
Maybe this is what you wanted all along, even if you could not explain it. Maybe you were never trying to collect impressive words. Maybe you were trying to become someone new, someone calmer, stronger, clearer, someone who can answer instead of hiding, someone who can speak instead of shrinking, someone who trusts his own voice. That is why 1 useful word matters so much. It is small, but it is not small. 1 real word can become 1 real sentence. 1 real sentence can become 1 brave moment. 1 brave moment can become a better day, then a better week, then a different version of you. This is how change often looks. Quiet at first, almost invisible. Then one day you look back and laugh, because the man who stayed silent feels far away.
So stop treating English like a shelf of trophies. Use it like a tool. Use it when you are tired. Use it when you are hopeful. Use it when you fail. Use it when you rise again. Let your words witness your life. Let them grow with you. So when this video ends, do not chase 20 new words. Choose 1 English word that matches your life today. Speak it. Write it. Use it in 1 real sentence. Then leave that word in the comments, because we want to hear from you. And if this video helped you feel stronger, calmer, or more ready to speak English, hit the like button, subscribe to English Learning Radio, and stay with us. 1 real word can change 1 real day. And your next sentence may be the start of a brand new life.